So at this time, I'm ripping around the streets, and I'm a hustler. So I'm chasing down any hustle I can. I'm saying, I can get a hold of, trying to make pay bills. Because no matter where you at, no matter what you're doing, I'm saying, you got to pay your way. And I learned that the hard way. My dad put me out when I was 13, so I was on the streets, and I'm saying, one thing led to another, and this was during the 80s. This was 85 when my dad put me out. But the crack was everywhere. So I, I'm saying, jumped in feet first, and by the time I was 14 years old, I had my own apartment. I'm, I'm saying, selling dope. But I'm not, I'm saying, I'm not proud of that. I'm not bragging because, later on, I seen so many friends, loved ones, family members that got caught up, that started using and couldn't let it go, and some of them that let it go and came back and rebuilt their lives, and some of them lost their lives. And it's crazy because you know once you do it one time, it's like sometimes that's it. Your life is over. It's you're changed because from now on you're ever going to be that monster that wants that next chasing that next hit. Um, it's a sad life. I've been around it most of my life, well, all of my life really. Family, I've had families members that were addicted to one thing or another, and um, it's kind of choices because you have to make the choice that first one, and sometimes um, whatever peer pressure, it ain't worth it, man. Don't do it. I'm scary. I never indulged in any of that stuff, and I was lucky, because I saw so many. I learned from their mistakes, and hopefully somebody, is listening to my story and they can learn from my mistakes and do something different and don't go down the road I went. Do something different. Find a different way. Find another way. It's up to you. You don't have to. You make the choice. Choices, there's always the easy path, and then there's the hard road. That hard road is going to get you to a much better place. Trust and believe. I had to learn that the hard way. I learned that from over 20 years locked in the California prison system. I learned that from, growing up in the juvenile system from place to placement to placement, and all that stuff led me to believe what I believe, and I believe the system is about making money. It's not about the person. It's not about the crime. It's not about none of that. It's about making money. And what I'm saying, we got caught up, you know, and that's why it's called the trap. Okay, so the trap is a place in the hood or the ghetto or wherever we're at the time. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the hustle spot is at, that's where you go to make your money. And if you know, you know. So the trap is metaphorically is really a trap because it's the lure of easy money, that fast dollar, that quick easy bread that's so plentiful, and comes so fast. Sales come quick, but then what I'm saying, before you know it, you done sold to somebody who done gave you some marked money, and now what I'm saying, you leaving the trap and you on your way, what I'm saying, home to go get something to eat, whatever. You get pulled over. Oh yeah, he got that marked money in his pocket. Look, whoop. Oh yeah, these marks are on it. Yeah, what I'm saying, you locked up for possession for sales or sales to an undercover or whatever. What I mean, the system is just designed. They know they put the cocaine in the ghettos, and it's a setup. It's a cold setup. It's a cold setup. But a lot of people don't want to hear it, don't want to believe it, don't want to. What I'm saying, oh no, the government would do nothing like that. Look at our history. Look at our history. Or his story. Well, wait a minute. No, they're cleaning. They're wiping that out so that you can't look at the history. But it is what it is. And we do what we do. But it's up to you. Do what you can do. I'm gonna do what I can do. And my priority is take care of my family. And what I'm saying, living. I got some things. What I'm saying, I got some things I got planned. It's a lot I want out of life. It's time to start. What I'm saying, time to start getting to it. What you think? Hey, if you like what you heard, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the share. Send it to me. It don't matter. Send it to yourself. It helps let the algorithm and other people know that somebody's watching. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Remember, it don't cost a dime to subscribe. Don't cost a penny to repeat myself.